happy day, isn't it? Well, welcome everyone this morning. And if you'd like to stand, we'll do our opening song. We're all friends here. If you don't feel like standing, that's okay too. But when you stand, you get air to sing. So that's why we do have you do that.
Before you take a seat, let's do our congregational blessing. Together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. And so it is. And now, if I could ask Kingston, where's Kingston? If you could light our Christ candle. And as Kingston light our candle, let's say together, we light this candle to remind us that the light of Christ lives within each one of us. I am the light of Christ, and we are blessed. And now, if I could ask Janice to come forward and ring our singing bowl. We know this is the F note, and it is for our heart chakra. So we can open our heart.
Okay, so happy Easter, everyone. So we're ready for gratitude and sharing, and let's get it started.
I have a cat has a purr, and he loves me. And he he purrs and he purrs and he purrs and he purrs and he purrs he purrs so sweet.
Great, thank you. I know. I think one of the best things in life is a cat laying next to you purring and you feel it in your chest. It's so awesome. Okay. Next, gratitude, sharing. Courtney.
I'm just so glad to be here. I missed the last 2 Sundays because I had a cold, but I'm totally healthy, and it's just nice to be here again.
Thank you. Nice to have you here. Gratitude.
I have
share-
my own microphone, so I'm just grateful for family and had a little fender bender, and no one was hurt. And I wondered, like, that was on Thursday when I was all prayed up, and I've just been kind of wondering about what that whole thing was. But it was a little bit of a persecution, so I was like, whoa, I guess I should remember Jesus' little persecution that he had. So maybe that's what it was all about.
Maybe. Well, anybody who was here last Sunday that stayed, and so I had a little kind of miracle around that this week when I went on Monday to get my tire repaired. I was hoping they would just repair it. But I had looked up and I had seen that my warranty for that tire had expired last year. So I was prepared that I might have to buy a new tire. I was prepared that I might have to buy 2 because it always seems that they want to sell you 2 at a time. So, but I had decided I was going to use this as an opportunity. One of the lessons that I feel like Jesus has been working with me about is not viewing everything outside of me as adversarial, not having an adversarial relationship with the world. And so I decided I was to go there and be prayed up and be in love. When the young man that was helping me came and looked at the tire, he's like, yeah, we can't repair that. You're gonna have to get a new tire. And so I was like, okay, I'm still in love, and that's fine. I'm prepared to pay. I must be able to do that. It's fine. We go inside, and he's on his computer, and I'm thinking he's going to turn it around at any moment and tell me all the different choices I have for tires, the most expensive ones, the cheapest ones, and I'm going to be confused as to I don't know what to do. And so but I decided I'm just going to watch all the tire guys changing the tires, and I'm just going to send them love and know that I'm there just to love. And the gentleman comes to me and he says, okay, that'll be $32.50. And my brain couldn't comprehend because I'm thinking it's going to be like $300 to $500, and I'm thinking, $3,200? What is he talking about? And he looks at me and he goes, no. He goes, $32.50, because we're just going to renew your warranty, and then you'll get a brand new tire. And they didn't ask me to buy a second tire, so I was out of there for $32. And it took less than an hour, even though the person in front of me told him it was going to take 2.5 hours. So it was just this idea that if I could stay in love, and I never know what's going to happen. And as I sat there waiting for the tire, every time a thought would come in is, I wonder if it's really going to be an hour. I'm probably going to be here for 3 hours. Another person would come up to me, a completely different person, say, oh, what car do you have? Oh, okay, that's just going to be a few more minutes. Like, they kept me the whole time. So it was just a really great experience of what can happen when I am open to just being loved and not thinking that I'm being attacked or something is being trying to taken from me. Thank you. So now I'd like to introduce our musicians. We have Jacob and Nancy and Peggy and the joy song, Christ the Lord.
Yes, Christ the Lord is risen today. So everybody please stand if you're able. And we're going to make a joyful noise. What did you say, Jack?
Sorry about the watermarks. I can't do anything about it.
Well, don't spill your drink on the computer. What the heck? Okay.
Christ the Lord is risen today. Hallelujah. Sons of man and angels say, Hallelujah. Raise your joys and triumphs high. Hallelujah. Sing ye heavens and earth reply. Hallelujah. truth will dawn. Alleluia. Now, alleluia.
And please have a seat. And do we have children today or not? So why don't we release our children and let's sing them out by doing We Are Walking in the Light. And now for our daily word. And I'm going to ask Jack Sorensen to come forward to do our daily word. And you know, I was thinking I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Reverend Ken, and our platform is Nicole today. And this is Jack.
Hello. Today's daily word is new life because Easter is so special that we need 2 of them for today. Hey, and today's affirmation is, I hope this is correct. It's hard to tell with the watermarks. I know, I should stop drinking water before I work at the keyboard. Today's affirmation is, Easter calls me to new life. Let's say that together. Easter calls me to new life. What's more? Easter calls me to new life. I lied. We're saying it together one more time. Easter calls me to new life. Thank you. Easter is the dawning hope. There's been an error in my head. I apologize. Easter is the dawning hope and the promise of resurrection and new life. Today I celebrate the victory of divine love, new life, and the resilience of my overcoming nature. Everything is made through the dynamic of power and glory through the Christ within me. I am freed from fear and limitation. I release them into the radiant light of the risen Christ. I am lifted up with the resurrection of Easter into a new awareness of my life. My heart and soul are transformed by the living spiritual truth that nothing is impossible with God. My heart feels full as I embrace the power and the grace of this new life. The message of Easter blesses me today and throughout all the seasons of renewal. I rise in the knowledge that life never ends. As I celebrate the glory of Easter, Christ within me is risen. And from John chapter 11, verse 25, I am the resurrection and the life.
Now we're going to do the Lord's Prayer, and it's so fun to have Jeff here because Jeff, he wrote the music to make the Lord's Prayer in a more singable key, so you can sing along.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom, and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
As we move into meditation, if you're comfortable, close your eyes, take in a deep breath. Feel your chest expand with the new. And as you let go of that breath, feel the old being let go. Returning to the ethers to be refreshed. We are blessed to be in this time of meditation. So as we prepare ourselves, we open our hearts, we open our minds, we open ourselves to the indwelling Spirit, the guide from within, pure love flowing through us. We hold that. We hold that as we move within into the silence, feeling the guidance from within. As we return to this time and this place, we bring with us that feeling, love, of joy in the guidance that we receive today. And as our afternoon unveils, we hold that light, the light from the indwelling Spirit, guiding our actions, guiding our words, knowing that we are one in spirit, held in divine love, knowing that our bodies are being replenished, renewed, healed of all conditions. We hold the light of prosperity in our lives. We hold the wonder of divine order. For as we move forward into our day, we bring with us the feeling of oneness in spirit. And it is through this feeling of desire for all those around us that we hold our family and friends in this divine love. So it is with great love that we mention their names aloud now, speaking them aloud. That takes place when we just remember who we are. Together, Marissa, Kale, Carl, Luke, Haley, Giselle, Michaela, Owen, Joanne. We include all of the prayers that are in the prayer box that have been put there with great love. We hold all the prayers at Silent Unity. And we hold all those prayers that will bubble up throughout the day. We hold them, that God's work is done, that we are one when we accept the guidance from within. So it is with this understanding that we add our name to complete the circle of God's love. Together, Kenneth. Everything, all these names, all these conditions, the world at large is held in divine order. And we give thanks. And so it is. And now we get to hear one of my favorite songs. Not only did you hear it last week, you get to hear it again this week in a slightly different version.
They get to sing.
It came out a little different.
Well, everyone gets to sing.
Everybody does get to sing.
Yeah, and you don't have to stand up.
And you don't have to stand up. You can just be in your reverence of who you are.
I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses, and He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks, and the sound of His voice is so and the melody that He gave to me, that then my heart is singing. And He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we tell. I stay in the garden with Him, though the night around may be falling, and bids me go, and the voice of woe, this voice to me is calling, and He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Correction to the announcements while I remember. I don't know about you, but if I don't do it when I think about it, he's gone. Yeah, that's. I need some more of those. You know, I was at a nice restaurant that they had seated me in this nice table with sunlit windows, and I was enjoying my first cup of coffee on a Sunday morning. And without warning, a rather large rabbit bounded into the room. It quickly made the rounds of several tables where children with round eyes and open mouths received little cellophane candy eggs. The rabbit then hopped out the door, leaving the children buzzing and the adults amused. Perhaps the most surprising aspect of all of this is that no one was surprised. Of course, when you've been to Disneyland and you've seen Mickey Mouse, Goofy, and the Seven Dwarfs, what's so exciting about a young lady in a bunny costume on Easter Sunday morning? The Easter Bunny is connected in a religious observance. What is religious, you might ask? About bunnies and colored eggs and rolling eggs on the White House lawn, egg hunts. And for most people, nothing at all. Yet these customs are firmly attached to the highest of all Christian high days, Easter Sunday. It's the egg, the symbol of the egg. New life. And the way we hide them and search for them, well, for the last 40 days, we've been searching for ourselves and preparing for our new life. To be born again through our belief in the resurrection of Jesus. You know, it was a simple matter for Jesus to claim the power to forgive sins. And quite another matter to prove it in such a manner that we would all know. Jesus had the power. And there are many stories within the Bible that sins are lifted. Now, you have to remember how we in Unity use the word sin. And it is missing the mark. That's what it means. When we sin, we have missed whatever mark we were shooting for. So in our spiritual lives, if we're looking to do the right thing for the right reasons in spirit, and we sin, well, we've missed that mark. Maybe we didn't do something we should have done, or spoke up and remained silent. Well, not all sickness and disease come upon us because of our sins. It was very clear in John 9, 1 through 7, when Jesus said that he was going to lift the disease that was put upon this person through no fault of their own. But to whatever extent our physical sufferings is the result of sin. Wait a minute, let's start that over again. What's suffering? When we miss the mark, what are we doing to our bodies? We're not letting them live the life they should live. We're not holding the thoughts that we should hold. We're missing the mark to be the best possible person we can be. And what happens to our bodies? Well, I know what happens when I overfeed it. You know, today I had a black pair of pants I was going to wear because they had looked better under the white robe. And I got them on, but you know what? They wouldn't latch. Through no fault of my own. Well, you can say, Ken, you sinned. Absolutely, I've missed the mark in maintaining a good diet. And we know what our bodies can do when we feed it the wrong things. Sometimes our tummy gets upset. Sometimes our tummies just explode or maybe grow large. You know, and in our society, large is good, right? That's what made Cadillac. Amen. Often society gives us values that don't necessarily support who we are as Christians. So often when we internalize negatives about people, it was a great share that Nicole did today. Think of all the abuse that she has carried, knowing now her outlook, and how she can recognize when she lets go of that animosity, that feeling that people are after us, and just let the love flow between us. How much better off are we? She probably felt a lot better spending that $32 than she would have spent $400. Yeah. Who are we? And why are we here? Well, that's a question that you've been asking all your life. Especially at our age, at maturity, we have been asking it more and more. Why are we here? And are we doing everything we should be doing? Is there something left undone? That's our reminder every day when we thank God for all the prosperity that we've been given, all the gifts that we've been given, and choose the topics and the action items that we're going to accomplish in His name during the day. The Spirit within. Well, we know that whatever causes our dis-ease within our body, we know that Jesus gave us the power to heal. Our bodies can heal. We can change how we think of the negatives in our lives. By what? Changing our words, changing our thoughts, and changing what we do. Choose again. We have been given the ability, when we're walking the wrong path, to choose again, to make it right. And it's okay. It's what we're meant to do, to take stock at where we're at. And if we find ourselves in the wrong place, change the place we're in. We hold that. On our Maundy Thursday service, which a few people attended, we talked about Christ's direction for us. And we started with the idea of foot washing. Well, what about that foot washing stuff? You know, as a minister trying to get people to let me wash their feet, it's like you think I'm asking them to pull their teeth. Oh, don't touch my feet. Oh, no, not that. But look what it represents. It represents the changing of roles, of me getting on my knees in front of the disciples, the way Jesus did, and washing their feet. It was a custom. When you came into a house, you normally washed your feet. It's a changing of who we are and serving others, what it meant. Then we talked a little bit about what the bread meant. And the bread represents all of our physical prosperity, all the things that we celebrate in the world. We heard a couple weeks ago when Nicole told us about the red moon setting. Only happens once or twice a year to see the red moon, to see the sunset, to see the sunrise, to see all the flowers in bloom. How many people have seen those flowers in bloom? My roses, I don't even know how those limbs stay erect. They're full. Jasmine, all the blessings for my nose to take in and my eyes to water. Oh, that's allergies. Yeah, our systems respond in different ways. My system gets overloaded. It's just so tickled to see it all. Okay, we talked about the food, the bread. Well, what about the wine? What does the wine represent in that Maundy Tuesday? It represents the divine energy that allows us to live our life. The idea of who we are. That we are blessed to be walking in this journey called life and learning all the lessons. Anybody had the same lesson a couple times? Yep. If we didn't learn it the first time, what's going to happen? It's going to visit us again until we get it right. And whose lesson is it? My lesson. It's not your lesson. Each people, each person, each of us have our own path. And when I start judging your path being different from my path, what have I just done? We'll call that a sin, won't we? I've missed the mark, because the mark, so I know when I'm out there judging, I'm not doing this right. So that was Maundy, Thursday, the preparation for today. But the one thing that we didn't talk about was in Matthew, Jesus gave his disciples a covenant. And we as Christians, we get that same covenant. Does anybody know what it is? To love yourself and your neighbors as yourself. You know, when you think about that, often that's not a good mix. Sometimes I treat myself so badly that you would never want to be treated that way. So we have to learn to treat ourselves with the love and respect that we deserve as being God's children. We just have to accept the love of who we are and live it. Don't keep it bottled up inside. Share it. And who am I going to share it with? This is a trick question. Everyone around us. My neighbors. Didn't say friend, said neighbors. Share it with everybody. Share that love that comes from within with everybody. So we know that the purpose of what Easter tells us, not only will we be reborn, it's to carry forth our covenant, to love ourselves as we love our neighbors. We'll go forth in that love. So therefore, I have your direction already. What are you directed to do for the rest of the day, the rest of the week, the rest of the month, the rest of the year, the rest of your life? To love yourself. To be reborn in love and in the caring for your neighbor. We are blessed by this day. We have been resurrected in the name of faith to go forth and be the best person we can be. And if we miss the mark on any given day, in any different word that we use, what do? We choose again. We change. Because we've been given in that ability. So, go forth and love. Go forth and strive to be the best you can be. And if you find yourself falling short, forgive yourself and start again. Because you are blessed. And so it is. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the third Sunday of the month, so we're going to be looking at our vision statement. You can say it with me. As a vibrant, sacred community, we express the indwelling Christ spirit and co-create a world that works for all. And now if you join me in taking your offerings into your hands as we say their blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Abundance. Thank you.
I danced in the morning when the world was begun, and I danced in the moon and the stars and the sun. I came down from heaven and I danced on the earth. At Bethlehem I had my birth. Dance, dance, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, said he. I'll lead you all, wherever you may be. I will lead you all in the dance, said he.
I danced for the scribe and the Pharisee, that they would not dance and they wouldn't follow me. I came down for the fisherman James, and the went on.
I danced on the Sabbath and I cured the lame, but the holy people said it was a shame. They ripped and they stripped and they hung me high. They left me there on a cross to die.
Dance, dance, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, said he. I'll lead you all, wherever you may be. I will lead you all in the dance, said he.
I danced on a Friday and the sky turned black. It's hard to dance with the devil on your back. Buried my body and they let go. I am the dance and I still go on.
They cut me down and I leap up high. I am the life that'll never, never die. I'll live in you if you live in me. I am the Lord of the dance, said he. Dance, dance, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, said he. I'll lead you all, wherever you may be. I will lead you all in the dance, said he. Dance, dance, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, said he. I'll lead you all, wherever you may be. I will lead you all in the dance, said
And as these offerings have come forward, we bless them together. Divine Spirit, this prosperity that has come forth is made up of our time, our talents, and our treasure. And it goes forth to do the work of Unity Church in Reading in the community in standing up and being who we are meant to be. And so it is. Amen.
Okay, so now ready for announcements. First, we want to acknowledge our volunteers, Janice, Jerry, Jack, who's hiding for some. So thank you so much.
Okay.
So this week, the church office will be open on Tuesday and Thursday with meditation at noon in the sanctuary. Or remember, you can always call in if you want to participate in that. If you would like prayer after service, you can see Reverend Ken or Diana. And remember, we have a prayer circle at 9:30 on Sundays in the prayer room, which is facilitated by Diana. We have our next buyout of the Riverfront Playhouse is on May 14th, and tickets are on sale. And it's Tohidu, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's about the rodeo, so it should be a lot of fun. Next week, after service, I'm going to be hosting a informational class on A Course in Miracles, and it's really just going to be an experiential class. So we're going to be actually using some of the tools that are in the course, and so you'll be able to leave with a couple more tools in your spiritual toolbox. If this is a path that will work for you, and incorporate that into your spiritual practice. Okay, we're going to have the worship team stand. So Kay, Diana, Jerry, Shelba. Thank you all. The Glowing Lantern Festival that's going on at Turtle Bay Exploration Park on May 8th at 7. We're doing something special. Is that what? Okay. Okay, so that is May 8th at 7 o'clock at Turtle Bay Exploration Park. And there's a community call to action, You Will Be Love, on Saturday, April 26th. It's from 3 to 6. It's a potluck, and it's at the Pilgrim Congregational Church on Foothill Drive. So again, that's Saturday, April 26th, and it's Will You Be Love. We're going to have a prosperity class here beginning on May 18th. And we are looking for volunteers for the vocal team. So there are 2 practices a month on Tuesday. And you can see Nancy if you're interested.
Yeah, 2 o'clock on Tuesday, the Tuesday before we sing on a Sunday,
Okay.
whatever day that is.
Okay, let me finish this, then I'll ask you, okay? Okay, we'll be having Reiki every Tuesday. Next one is 4/22, and that's from 4 to 5:30. We have a Course in Miracles study group Thursdays at 10 a.m. And the Circle of Love Book Club meets at 1 on Thursday, and we're currently doing the book, It's Okay That You're Not Okay, and that's about grief and helping people through grief and your own grief, so it's ongoing. You can join anytime. Even if you don't have the book, go ahead and join to see if it's something that you're interested in coming back to. Of course, we thank those who bring snacks for fellowship. If you wish to sign the list to bring fellowship, it's in the kitchen. And you can also see Shelba if you can help out with Sunday host services. The bulletin board has all the 12-step program meeting times. And we look forward to seeing you next Sunday in the sanctuary. And we will go with our closing song, the peace song. And what is your question?
We'll hold that thought
Okay.
because
If
we
you'd
are blessed.
like everybody to stand if you'd like.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let begin with me.
And now of our prayer of protection, and it will be a call and response. The light of God surrounds us.
I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
I am the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
I am the power of God.
The presence of God watches over us.
I am the presence of God.
And together, wherever we are, God is, and so it is. And thank you very much for being here and sharing your Easter morning with us. And we'll see you next week. God bless. And our